What if the question isn't how do we use technology to heal, but can technology learn how to care? We live in a world where every app is promising us some calm, moment of relief. Every device helps us track our sleep. We are biohacking our way to to a better diet, more energy, and yet somehow we are more disconnected from our bodies than ever before. I mean, we have been disconnected from our bodies, many of us, as we grow into adults, but it's sort of just increasing. And the truth is that healing has become yet another algorithm, I find. And we've replaced intuition with information, and we've replaced self trust and awareness with self tracking. And somewhere between all this notification and this noise, we've stopped listening to ourselves. We've stopped listening to our bodies. Our bodies have been telling us what needs to be done, which areas we need to focus on, but we just don't hear it anymore. But what if healing is not about rejecting technology and teaching it to serve our humanity and not replace it? I find that many people are actually scared of technology and may actually be pushing it away. But there is a way, there is a middle way, and there is a way to make it, help technology serve us and to care about healing. So in this episode of Embrace Your Healing Journey, I'm sharing how to heal naturally in an artificial world, and how you can use simplicity, self awareness, and a few mindful shifts to get your body's wisdom back online. Because the future of wellness is not smarter machines, it's wiser women. Over the past few months, I've noticed something. Almost every woman I speak to tells me she's doing everything right. Like she's trying the right diet, she is eating healthy, she's eating clean, she's tracking her steps, she's exercising. She's exercising 3 to 5 times a week, journaling, meditating, focusing on her sleep, and yet something seems to be off because she's not feeling well. She's not really feeling at the top of her game, and she's feeling actually disconnected, overstimulated, like her body and mind are operating on two different operating systems. And I can completely sort of relate to that feeling, because from time to time I feel like this too, like that there are things pulling me in so many different directions. And if any of this sounds familiar to you, I want you to know that you're not failing here. You're not failing on your healing journey. You're just trying to heal in a world that's become really, really and artificially loud. There's so much of noise, there's so much of distraction that it's really hard to know what's going to work for you. So if you've ever wondered how to heal without the hustle, without this noise, or to make peace with technology without losing your humanity, make sure that you stay till the end of this episode, because I'm going to share 3 ways that you can do this, and I will also show you how to bring your body's wisdom back online with with ease, with naturally and calmly. I remember my phone buzzing at about 6:30 a.m. I have these reminders on my phones for different things, and I I use a lot of technology, as you might have, if you have been following me in any of the platforms, etc. I do talk about some of these things, and I love using technology for different areas. But even I have noticed that, I remember that day, when the buzzer went off at about 6:30 a.m., it was a reminder that I had signed up for a 10-day gratitude challenge on one of my favorite meditation apps, and I love that app, and I've used it earlier as well. I mean, I've been using it for a number of years, really. But I immediately felt guilty because I had signed up for this 10-day gratitude challenge during a time that I was traveling, and my 3 day streak had actually come to an end. Like I would not be able to continue with that streak, and I hate doing that. Actually, it's something that we that I encourage my clients to do. If you have a streak, it's, you would like to be on track, but it was hard for me because I was traveling. But to cut a long story short, I felt guilty. Actually, that was my biggest feeling. And I realized the irony in this, because how could someone designed to calm me feel like another demand and make me feel guilty at the same time. That's not what this app has been designed to do. And I've noticed lately that my healing tools, which are apps and trackers, and I have plenty of them, they were starting to speak louder than my own body. And I've noticed that before, but I've been noticing it more now with AI coming in. And that is the time that, each ping, each prompt, I know, and mindful notifications have started to feel like noise for me. And I realized that I needed to do something about it, and this episode is sort of a introduction to that. And because healing cannot become another algorithm that we have to deal with, so this month itself I decided to choose something, do something different. Like later this month, I'm doing this gentle elimination diet reset, without dairy, gluten, caffeine, and processed foods. And it's also eliminating the noise itself. It's not just this, it's also eliminating the noise. It's also learning again how to refocus on my body. And healing again is not about rejecting technology, it's about redefining our relationship with it. It's about knowing how to make it work for us. So the question is not how do we use technology to heal, but can technology learn how to care? So maybe for you, it's not a missed gratitude challenge. Maybe it's the feeling that no matter how many steps you take, how many supplements you take, how many new wellness apps that you have downloaded, your body still whispers that I'm tired. You still feel tired. You've been doing many of these things, and you still don't feel your energetic self, that like used to maybe 5 or 10 years ago. Or maybe your symptoms have become so familiar that they almost feel normal now. So the brain fog that makes you feel forgetful, the heaviness that you feel after meals, even no matter how healthy you are eating, the exhaustion that hits you by 3 p.m., when even when you have done everything right. So you tell yourself that it's the stress, it's the hormones, it's a midlife, but and you tell yourself that things will get better when things start slowing down. But that hardly happens, right? The world is not slowing down. It doesn't even slow down for healing unless we make space for it, right? That's what I'm talking about, how to help us use the technology to work for us. The problem is that you are treating your body like a problem to solve instead of a relationship to nurture. That's true for so many of us. Because when healing becomes a performance, your body stops feeling safe enough to rest, and without rest, body simply cannot heal or repair or recover. So you keep pushing, you keep tracking your sleep, but you do not really even rest. You measure your meals but forget what real hunger feels like. You journal your gratitude, but you don't allow yourself to feel grateful. So again, it's not that you don't care about your health. You're likely passionate about your health, but your healing has started to sound more like a checklist than a conversation. And if it's true for you, it's true for me too. I mean, I teach this all the time, but even I find myself struggling to do this. Even I find myself struggling to cut out this noise and struggling to really take the time to listen to my body. I have become better at it with practice, and you will too. Because you might have already tried a few things. You might have chased energy through caffeine, through coffee. You have tried to find relief through supplements. You've tried to find calm through apps, and you've learned every new protocol. You different tried different diets, but you've perfected the art of doing, but you've forgotten the power of being. And it is the same for me too. I mean, this is something that again I struggle with from time to time, right? I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do more of this, and I forget to simply be. Because healing cannot be downloaded. I wish I could download it. It would have been as simple as that. It can only be embodied, which means that you can only feel it in your body, and your body is the only home that you have in this life. So yeah, so this is the shift that you will need to make. And this is where your body is not asking for perfection. This is the shift that you need to make. It is actually asking for your presence. It is asking for your attention, right? It doesn't need you to do everything. It needs you to do less but with more awareness. And this is the shift that we are going to make today. I'm going to talk about a 60-second reset. It's because this is the easiest way to start. It's just by creating one moment where you pause before you act. So I'm calling it the 60-second reset. And let's try this. Let's try something simple. It just takes about a minute. Step one, and you can do this right now along with me. Step one, notice one tiny good thing. So Look around right now. Even if you're listening to this or watching this, you can do that. Maybe it's the sunlight on your skin, maybe it's a smell of your tea, maybe, or just a quiet moment before your day starts if you're doing this in the morning. Anything that brings a smile to your face, that's your glimmer, which is the opposite of stressor, right? You may have heard of this terminology. So this glimmer is your small cue of safety or joy. That's step number one. Step number two is slow down and savor it. Take a breath, and here you can close your eyes for a couple of breaths if you want to. And take a breath and let yourself really notice it. That's called savoring. How does it feel in your body? Does it feel warm? Does it feel cool? Does it feel soft, peaceful, fuzzy? How does it feel? And let that feeling last for just one more breath. And again, you can keep your eyes closed. Step number three, whisper a little gratitude. Say quietly to yourself, I am thankful for this moment. No journaling, no lists, just a soft acknowledgement that something good is here. And step number four, end with kindness. You can place one hand on your heart and you can tell yourself, I'm doing my best. My body and I are on the same team. So, step number one was notice one tiny good thing. Step number two, slow down and savor it. Step number three, whisper a little gratitude. Step number four, end with kindness. That's it. 1 minute, no apps required, no journaling required. Just tuning to your body and noticing what's already there. You'll be amazed to see how your body begins to soften even in the middle of everything else. Again, healing naturally in an artificial world starts right here, right in between your breaths. And here are the three truths about healing in an artificial world. Number one, truth number one is simplicity heals. You've been told that healing has to be complex. That's the only way that you can get better. So you want more data, more tests, more supplements, more protocols, more labs. But your body has always known what to do with less, right? Even before apps were there, even before the trackers were there, even before supplements were there, your body always knew. Otherwise, our species would have died out long time before. Things have changed. The modern world is very different from what our ancestors used to live in, but this truth still remains. Your body knows how to heal, but it needs your support. So when you simplify, you create space for your nervous system to find, to feel safe again. And when that happens, you're able to hear what your body's been saying, because simplicity is not laziness. Like a lot of people actually mistake simplicity for laziness. It's not about doing nothing, it's about doing the right things. It's precision through intuition. The reason that you are able to become more and more precise is simply because you're listening to your body now. So each time that you choose one small sustainable shift by listening to your body, you're telling your body, I am listening. And that makes all the difference. Truth number two, ease is power. Somewhere along the way, we confused effort with worth. So we learn to push harder, do more, do better, track tighter. But the strength is not in the push, it's in the pause. Because ease is not about avoidance, it's about alignment. Alignment with your body and alignment with your body's rhythms. And the rhythm keeps changing. It will change from day to day, month to month, and sometimes even hour to hour and season to season. So if you're not in alignment, if you're not allowing to, if you're battling your body, you can never be in alignment with your body. So when you stop battling your body, you actually free up energy to heal. So when you stop fighting with your body, that's when the fatigue lifts, the digestion becomes better, and your emotions finally calm down, right? And this all, and it's we know that this is the mind body connection. What happens to the mind affects the body and vice versa, because your body cannot heal under pressure. And truth number three, together, not alone. Healing happens in community. Healing was never meant to be a solo project. We are social beings. So our body heals in safety, and safety grows with connection with other human beings, other people on the same path. So every time you share your story, your question, one small win, you remind another woman that she's not dealing with this alone. She's not the only one suffering with this. And when you feel less alone, you start to be more motivated. You start to feel more resilient, more encouraged to stay on track. And that's what healing from within on Substack, that's my name of my Substack publication, is for. It's a place to slow down, to reflect, and remember that healing is not a competition, it's a conversation. So these are the truths I keep coming back to. Number one, Simplicity heals. Number two, ease is power. Number three, together, not alone. So if these words spoke to you, I'd love for you to join me on Substack. I'll share the link for my publication, Healing from Within. There I also share deeper reflections, small practices like 60-second reset. You can subscribe, listen, and come breathe with us, because the future of wellness is not louder, it's wiser. And here's to wrap up this episode is the body wise wrap up. Number one, healing has become too loud. You don't need another app, tracker, or reminder to breathe. Your body is looking for silence, safety, and a space to speak, and that starts by by just pausing and making everything quiet. Number two, your symptoms aren't problems to fix, they are messages to hear. So your fatigue, brain fog, low energy, cravings or crashes are simply your body's way of saying that I need your help, and this is the area that I need supporting. Number three, technology isn't the enemy, it's how we use it that matters. So healing in an artificial world means teaching tech to serve our humanity, not to replace it, and it's up to us to make sure that this happens. Number four, small pauses change everything. So the 60-second reset that you took you through in this episode will help you to slow down and notice a glimmer of good and savor it. And that's what helps you to create safety in your body so that your body can finally start healing. And number five, ease is wisdom. When you do less, but you do it with presence, your body relaxes enough to start repairing, restoring, and healing. So try your 60-second reset once today and notice how even one mindful breath changes your body and your energy. And remember that healing is not about doing more, it's about coming home to yourself one moment at a time.